So that's intentional that there's no screen up there because I want to be looking at you when you see my topic today. Okay. So you can look over there and I'll look at you. Some of you are going, yeah, I get it. Others are going, what the hell is he doing? Yeah, absolutely. So what I want to talk to you about today is the concept of hope. You know, a few years back, I wrote a book about saying we're sorry. And I pretty much plummeted anybody who uses that word. And gave some good examples of why that doesn't work. And I've come to believe that hope falls into that same genre. Now, you know, is this really necessary? I mean, there's some lovely things connected to the idea of hope. St. Paul, in his first letter to the Corinthians, wrote that hope is a virtue. You remember faith, hope, love? You know, and then you've got Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson, who gets together with thousands of people and has them all chanting, "Keep hope alive, keep hope alive, keep hope alive." It's not working for me. And I've come today to tell you why and hopefully give you an alternative, but before I do, I'm going to decimate the idea of hope for you. So, and it's okay. Hopefully, okay. Hope holds us in a suspended state of optimism, but does not influence our outcomes. Hope is optimistic. I really hope it happens. I hope it works out. But it doesn't take you anywhere. It doesn't give you anything to move on. It's simply there. You simply hope. But again, it's optimistic, right? It's not like you're looking for the problem to increase. You're hoping the problem will go away. But you're not really engaged in anything when you're doing that. You're just kind of passing on that and saying, well, we'll see how it goes. I hope it works out. Which doesn't really do anything. Why doesn't it do anything? Because hope implies that something outside of us is in charge. If that were not so, then we would be able to hope and things would happen, but that's not what goes on. Here's the phrase: if creation happens outside of us, then hoping is about all we can do. If creation happens within us, by us, in our lives, then what's hoping going to do? Not going to do anything at all their way either. So, we're not getting anywhere by hoping that something will change. That's not our focus. Let me continue. Hope lacks responsibility and ownership. You know, hope wants to happen over there. Let them handle it. You know, and I'll just be here and be wonderfully, enthusiastically hopeful. And does that really do anything? It's just a nice thought. Hope is passive. There's no action part of it. And if you think about where you've used this word, sometimes it's like, well, I hope so. Which can actually work against you. You know, it can be getting in your way to be hopeful. Well, it is getting in your way because you're not really doing anything that's going to make any difference when you're hoping. You got to move beyond hope to do that. Hope is not a strategy for success. I've known lots of leaders and lots of organizations, and not one of them have I ever seen say, you know, we're just going to keep coming to work and hope that we're successful someday. It doesn't work like that. It isn't a strategy. It doesn't help. Here's another example. Imagine that you were to go up on the parkway on a nice spring day, in about a month, and take up a nice lunch and sit down and have your little picnic and just be enjoying the beauty of the day. It's a wonderful, clear day. And you said, you know, I'm up here. I think I'm going to go for a hike. And not ever having been to that particular place, you hope that works out. And you go down a path and you come to a fork in the road and you go, well, I'm going to take the path on the left. I hope that's the better one. And you walk a little further, and there's another fork, and you hope again. And, it's starting to get a little dark. Oh, maybe there's some cloud. Hope it doesn't rain. Okay, where? Boy, I hope I can find my way back. About now the wolves are getting interested in you. Because you're not doing anything to help. You're just hoping. Hope against hope. Isn't that a lovely thought? That changes nothing, that brings nothing into your life, that gets you who you are and takes you to the place you want to be. It's not happening from this concept. Remember? You are. The most hopeful character in all of Disney. Because he really hopes things turn out, but he's not convinced. He hopes that his life is okay, but he doesn't think much of himself. Yet he's very hopeful, very hopeful. This is the character that hopes. This is the kind of character, although very, very loving and lovable, is not what you want to bring to the world. You want to bring something way more dynamic. You have dreams, you have desires. Don't you want to bring those into fruition? Hoping for them won't do that. It'll hold you in that static place of wanting and hoping, but not getting and not being. There's a better way to be. Hope is not a motivator. Nobody gets all revved up in hoping. Football teams never get in a circle and go, hope we win, hope we win, hope we win. It doesn't work. I got Barbara on that one. You never get anything to get excited around being hopeful. Yet hopeful still sounds generous, it still sounds loving, it sounds caring, but it doesn't take you anywhere. It doesn't make anything happen. Relying on hope can destroy your self-confidence. How could that be? Well, you spent all this time being hopeful and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. So now you think it's you. When fact is, you simply haven't applied yourself to the circumstances before you in a way that'll change it. That's what makes things work, is when we see what's working and what's not working, and we make adjustments accordingly. If we're caught up in the hope loop, then we're not changing. We're holding that static idea of optimism in a way that sounds good but doesn't do anything. Hope invites disappointment. Kind of the same thing. That if you hope something works out a certain way and it doesn't, you're disappointed. And you have not contributed in that anything that would have taken it in the direction you wanted it to. So if hope is in your lexicon, I invite you to banish it, to let it go, and to rethink this whole idea of what it is you want to feel and know about your life to create it and make it so. It's not hope. This is a quote from The Science of Mind. When a practitioner treats anyone, he does not hope that his patient will be well. He does not ask that the patient may be healed. He does not simply desire a healing. He convinces his own mind that the patient is perfect. That's the work of the practitioner, to convince in his own mind or her own mind that this one that they are holding in the light is perfect. If a practitioner thinks somebody is broken and hopes they get better, they have failed miserably. We must move to that place beyond hope, that place of action, that place of change, that place of understanding, if we are going to get where we want to go. And every one of our practitioners gets that. They will never treat that they hope something happens, because that is nothing. Hope doesn't work. Have I convinced you of that? Yes. Okay, hope doesn't work. Knowing does. Yes. So the question becomes, what do you know? What do you know about yourself? First and foremost, what do you know is the truth of your being? Now, this takes some work. This is not passive. This is not passing. This is not casual. This is the depth of the metaphysical principles. is to know yourself, to know who you are, to accept that you are the divine presence that is creating your life with every breath, with every beat of your heart, that you are in charge. Now, I'll agree with you that a lot of times it doesn't look like that. It looks like something outside of us is influencing or dictating something about our lives. But that's the illusion. That is not the truth. We are the masters of our lives. We are the ones that are making our lives happen. And if we don't like what that is, let's not hope for a different result, because we won't get it. We have to know. And through that self-awareness and knowledge of self, we take it to a different level. We take it to that place Barbara was talking about this morning in her little piece. We take it to the place of finding God. And that's where things happen. That's the truth. So we can stop hoping and start knowing and come up with a really different experience and let life unfold the way we want it to. The great teacher Socrates said, "To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom." So make it the foundation of your life to know who you are. And once you know who you are, then you can know about these circumstances in your life. Then you can know about the people in your life. You can know that they are the divine every bit as much as you are. But it starts at knowing yourself. It starts at understanding this concept of divine revelation from within. And when we're clear about that, then we move mountains. Then we make things happen. Then things change. Because we act on what we know. There's no action on hope, but there's lots of action on awakening to the spiritual presence that we are, and to use that in every moment of every day. I've been watching Barbara do that. I've been watching her be clear about who she is, seeing the limitations of her body, but not of who she is, ever. I've never seen her feign away from knowing the power that she wields. And I watch every day as she takes her steps and she uses her right arm and she speaks clearly. I've seen her use this teaching to bring herself back from the edge into a completely productive and capable and dynamic presence. Yes, that is who you are. It is my great honor and pleasure and delight to see you and know you and love you just the way you are, because you're whole, perfect, and complete. And your body is beginning to remember it too. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for your attention. I love all of you. God bless you.
Hi, I'm Barbara Waterhouse.
And I'm John Waterhouse. Thank you for watching this message today.
Through our website, cslasheville.org, we have over 1,000 messages, classes, and New Thought books, all to download at no charge to anyone.
Producing this incredibly valuable collection of ideas is really making a difference in the world. It's changing lives everywhere.
Please go to our website, cslasheville.org, and click the Donate button. You can support this life-changing ministry, and when you do, we'll send you a note of thanks and also put you on our daily prayers.
By doing this, you're helping to raise the consciousness of people across the entire globe. We're changing lives together, those lives that are being more prosperous, more healthy, and more joyous. Thank you for being a part of this important work and supporting what we do here at CSL Asheville.
Thank you.